Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm going to do a weekly reading and post it up to my channel. So if you're already a subscriber, you will get notified and you will see this. If you stumble upon my video and you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and head to my YouTube channel, which is Swan Lake Spiritual. Find my account and subscribe, and then you'll be notified when I post a new video. Mostly I'm trying to get to a pattern and habit of doing it weekly. Just a minute while I pick up these cards. Okay, so mostly I'm trying to get to a pattern and habit of posting these weekly, just to give you some general guidance for the week ahead, what kind of themes or energies we might be facing, or we might come to expect, what kind of excitement or blessings might be coming our way. Sometimes it's a positive week, sometimes it's a challenging week, but sometimes it just helps to know what we have to look forward to, what kind of energy is coming through. So I'm going to start with the Law of Attraction cards so we can set the tone for our week ahead with our thoughts. What is it that we need to get our thoughts thinking and focused on, and what do we need to know? And then our thoughts are energy. They create actions and behaviors from that. And it's just a beautiful ripple effect. So we start with our thoughts and then we work from there. And for this week ahead, for me and my followers, for anyone that comes into contact with my energy field, for anyone that comes into contact with people that come into contact with me, what is it that they need to know for their highest and greatest good? So this is our card for the week, the Law of Attraction card. And this says, attention to what is only creates more what is. Do you have a hard time accepting that which you cannot see? You know, a lot of people are very focused in the third dimension, the physical reality. Well, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it must be a duck. I can see a duck. But what if that duck is actually a swan? What if it just hasn't blossomed or grown into itself yet? What if that duck becomes something mightier? So let's see what this message is today. Attention to what is only creates more of what is. So we can acknowledge what is without being so attached to what is when we're trying to manifest and create our greatest lives. Many want to point out reality to you. They say, face the facts. Look at what is. And we say to you, if you are able to see only what is, then by the law of attraction, you will only create more of what is. You must put your thoughts beyond what is in order to attract something more or something that is different. And so, yeah, we can point out the fact that the reality is that I need to pay my bills. Reality is that I need an income to cover my mortgage, which is insanely expensive. Reality is that I'm not covering my bills. So I can take that reality and I can run with it, and I can find some solutions that keep me pinned to that reality, stuck in that reality. Or I can start to focus on what I want and embody the feeling as though it's already here. So what I really want my reality to look like is that I'm spending my days helping people, giving readings, connecting them with their loved ones in spirit through mediumship, and helping heal people and helping them believe again so that they can go out into the world and be the best woman or mother for the people in their lives, so that they can go out and enact change in the way that their soul fire is meant to light up and go light up the rest of the world. And so that's what I'm focusing on, not what is going to be, what I want to be. I am focusing on what I am embodying and feeling, what I want to create. So that's a wonderful message for this week ahead. Stop thinking about exactly what is. Most people get limited. That's our conditioning and our limiting beliefs. But how can I win this? But this, but this. That's just a limiting belief. That's now. That may be real right now, but it doesn't have to be real. And you don't have to focus on that part of reality. The stuff that we can't see is also real. The stuff that we have to use our faith to believe is also reality. We just can't see it. And so we have to have an invisible faith in believing that there's something greater out there working with us and on our behalf to create the miracles and blessings that we deserve. Next, I am going to move over, and I'm actually going to do a 3-card pull from the Light Seers Tarot so that we can get our current position, any challenges ahead of us that we might be facing this week, and what energy or potential outcome can we expect. So as I clear the deck here and shuffle it up, think about something that's been maybe not festering. Festering is not the right word. Something that you've been thinking about, something that's been bubbling at the surface, something that you might have been too scared to take action on, or something that you didn't really believe that could be possible because of your current circumstances, because of the reality that you're in right now. And so what we're really trying to do is shift our focus to what do we need to know and look ahead for the week coming up, so that we can continue to tend to that seed that we've planted, so that we can continue to help grow and nurture that seed that has been planted for something better for us. So what is it that you are focused on this week? What energy do we need to think about? What's going on in our lives, in our relationships, in our businesses, in our work, in our household, in our families? Okay, we got a first card, which is the Wheel. So our current position is the Wheel, which basically just comes to let us know life is always turning. It's always changing. And right now we're about to go through something, or we have been, this is our current position, is that we're on this wheel. Things are changing, things are evolving, and everything will be okay. I'll grab the text from the book because sometimes there's some really good nuggets in the words there for somebody. So our current position is the Wheel, which is a great place to be as long as we are open to and accept the change, not scared of it, not resisting it, not fighting it. The challenges that we're going to be looking ahead to this week are, of course, around our thoughts. We're blindfolded and we can't see the way, but we really need to trust our intuition. We might not know the way all the time. We might feel as though we're caught between a rock and a hard place where there's no other option. And so we feel like, you know what, I have to pick between this one or this one, but I don't really know. Well, something inside of you, there's going to be some kind of little like light that shines that either makes you feel really excited, really happy, or that makes you feel really repulsed, that you close off and you just feel icky. And that's going to help you determine which direction you go towards. Where does it feel good? That's where you want to walk towards. When you're feeling resistance and you're feeling ickiness, sometimes you have to leave that one behind, and that's not the way for you. So our current challenge is going to be around trusting and having faith that we know exactly which path to take, that we know where to go, and that we're doing it. And then the energy for the best outcome that we can expect is death and rebirth. And it's in shadow, so there's going to be some work around clearing or accepting the chaos that's happening all around us before the new version of us comes into fruition. So as we shed, I'll turn it upside right for now, but we'll read it in shadow. As we shed all of our old layers outside of us, we allow the inner light to shine and what we really are to become. And so this magician is what's coming in for us. And what we can expect is that we are still going through this massive shift and transformation, and we are still changing from who we were to who we are going to become. And so more of this wonderful energy is coming in this week, but it looks like because it's in shadow, there's going to be something we need to do or be aware of to really manifest and embody and accept that we are transforming into this new higher version of ourselves. So let's go ahead and grab the book. We've got the Wheel number 10, which is our current position, and it's one of the major arcana. So this one here, changes, fate, destiny, a lucky break, cycling up through karmic lessons, the chaos of creation, a turning point, serendipity. I recently heard that I've been breaking a karmic cycle. I've done so much inner work. It's amazing. And so to hear that I've broken this karmic cycle is just such great relief to my ears. So what are you working on? Get ready, sweet soul, for the Wheel is about to gift you divine blessings. Synchronicity is afoot, so look for wonderful new opportunities to propel your life ahead. Be prepared for fortuitous meetings or a fork in the path that will change everything for the better. If you're open to spotting opportunity, it's yours for the taking. Just follow the breadcrumbs of serendipity and fate toward your happy ending. Remember that the wheel is always spinning and that things are never the same as they were before. Learn to enjoy this constant regeneration and know that with every spin, we have the chance to cycle upward toward our own expansion and enlightenment. Trying to control the outcome of the Wheel of Fortune could prove to be impossible. So don't. Grab your lucky dice and see the spinning of the wheel for what it really is. All the beauty of a lifetime of experience waiting to spring forth and be lived. I allow the transformative energies of fate to help me expand my experience. Wow, I love that one. So just surrender and go with what is happening right now. Life is changing, but you cannot hang on to the old. You cannot hang on to the past. You will get stuck in the past, and you need to surrender and go with it. See how this beautiful, positive change, how this change can impact you in a beautiful and positive way. Now, the challenge ahead of us, the Two of Swords, of course, are thoughts. We're going to be overthinking, and we're going to be unsure of ourselves because there's so many other outside influences and other messages, whether it's our own spirit guides, whether it's someone like me, whether it's your friends and family. They're all well-meaning with their own advice that come from their own perspectives. But ultimately, you have to trust your own advice, your own intuition. So a difficult choice, confusion, the angst of the unknown, between a rock and a hard place, and fear of commitment. You know that feeling of not knowing? It's time to make a choice. And it may seem like you are between a rock and a hard place. If you can't decide which way to go, it's because you can't see the bigger picture yet. The Two of Swords is whispering that you must move in one direction. Close your eyes and listen to your internal guidance system for your map. If your intuition has fallen unusually silent, it's asking you to trust yourself and your ability to discern and decide. Even in blindness, you already know the best way forward. When you act, the future will reveal itself, and it will help you to move toward your dream. Have faith that the universe is serving you in the right experience. At the crossroads of duality, your analysis and overthinking will just get you buried in the quicksand of a million possible endings. So just find peace of mind by trusting your judgment. When blinded by the unknown, I can trust myself to move toward the light. So you're going to be feeling between a rock and a hard place, and you're going to have to make some decisions this week, and you're not going to know what to do, but you have to trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust that you can make the right decision. And something that helps me, a lot of people struggle with decision making because of worry of making the wrong decision. So what's helped to me is knowing that there is no wrong decisions. We learn from every action, every mistake, every decision that we make. So if we make a decision that we think is the right path for us, and then we later discover something that's unpleasant or that wasn't meant for us, we can change our mind again. We can change our path again. We can take different actions to get off that path. But there might have been an important lesson in that decision-making process or in that path, right? And so we have to reflect, and we have to be self-aware and open to see, what is this trying to teach me? What is the lesson here? Right? It's not just all bad. It's not just, oh, this happened to me. Why is this happening to me? It's happening to you because you're not awake. You haven't realized what you need to do to change within yourself, to be able to face the world, to be able to address and tackle this circumstance when you face it in the future with grace and beauty. So trust yourself that you know the right decision. Trust yourself that any decision you make is the right decision because you're exactly where you're meant to be. And just like a spider web, there's so many different paths to get you back to the center. And the last card, of course, is Death and Rebirth. So what energy do we need coming in or for our best possible outcome? And again, another major arcana. So Death and Rebirth. And in Shadow's position, it was all about clinging to the past, fear of change. So you need to adapt and allow this change to happen. Sentimental attachments, focus, forces of destruction, mortality, end of hope, mourning a loss. So these might be some areas that you're struggling with that are blocking your ability to enjoy the fortune that's coming in on the wheel. These can be some of the things that are blocking your ability to feel and trust your own judgment to make the right decision to see the light. You are on the cusp of a massive transformation, and it's time to mourn the end of one phase while celebrating the birth of another. Just like the law of attractions, mourn the end of the phase of what is. Reality is this. I am mourning this reality because I don't want it anymore. I want a different reality. So give yourself time to mourn the end of this phase. This energy of transmutation and rebirth signals a beautiful metamorphosis that will allow you to expand your consciousness and move closer to your own divine essence. So are you coming into alignment with your soul more? Are you starting to become more awake and aware, spiritually more connected? Are you seeing the synchronicities and the signs more? A cycle in your life, a relationship, a belief, a career path, or an outdated plan for the future is coming to an inevitable end. Deep breath in if this scares you, sweet light. This change is needed. Know that this card urges you to release what is already losing energy and to focus on things that are already gaining momentum. Welcome the possibility of something new and allow this phase to come to a graceful end. Look toward the magic of this newfound horizon, because underneath its morbid exterior, the Death card heralds exciting times filled with the brightness of so much potential. New light awaits. I allow myself to let go of the past in order to add energy to new beginnings. This reading is so incredible and I love it so much. Of course, I have my own sort of path and decisions and changes happening in my life. So it's very helpful for me to see these cards and to remember that I can trust myself to make the right decision, to help remind me to let go of that which is no longer getting steam, attention, or energy, and that there is a new path coming in and being built for me, and the actions that I'm doing not only physically, externally to help my path, the actions that I'm doing internally, loving, accepting, believing, and trusting, and connecting with my higher self. And so I hope it's the same for you. This is the purpose of these readings, is that the people that are coming in are part of my soul family. You guys have been somehow connected to me and need the lessons or guidance that I can offer based on my life experience and based on my experience with the divine. So that's great. Now we're going to move over to our secret language of light and finish with a meditation and some journal work that you can take into this week to help integrate and anchor some of these lessons and messages. Coffee break. I love this deck. This is how I found my soul. If you don't know, my soul's name is Mimi. And I don't know if this comes through the right way. I think it does. And it came about because in this deck, there is a card called Soul Name. And when you meditate on Soul Name, you will either see your soul name in that meditation, or you will be on the lookout for it days after. And I found it days after. And through a number of different ways, and I kept questioning, you know, I wasn't sure. Is it Mimi? Is that the name? Is that what it is? Like, give me a yes or a no. And then I'd hear a yes. And then I'd hear some other thing, like a speech, or read some other thing, and it was Mimi. And I was like, okay, my spirit is Mimi. So for our secret language of light for this week ahead, as we embrace change, as we welcome in the positive aspects of change, as we surrender to the chaos that is happening to break down all of the old ways of being so that we can let the new ways of being in. What is it that's going to help us integrate this change? And what message do we need to hear for our highest and greatest good as we continue evolving into the light workers that we are? Okay, so ask your soul. This is a good one. Really, tune into your soul. You know what direction to go. You know what decision to make. So spend some time in meditation and in stillness and listen for your soul to tell you. Often we ignore our intuition. Something that comes in, we make excuses and justify why it's not the thing. But if we can silence our mind and just listen, we'll hear the answers. And it takes time. This isn't easy. No one can just jump into this and all of a sudden be a master meditator. It takes time, practice, repetitive motion, and doing it again and again and again, and you get better each time, and it gets easier each time. So number 16, ask your soul. First, we'll read it, and then we'll hop into the meditation. Wise questions create wise answers. Something you have asked for will soon turn up in your life. Every time you request something, you plant a seed in your quantum field or vibrational reality where it begins to grow and move toward you. This is how we create and expand consciousness. Asking is the first step in any creation. It only needs to be about 10% of the creative process. But somehow, most of us make it about 90%. If we don't see any evidence our desires are coming into existence, we keep asking. This holds us in a place where the answers can't be heard. What you desire is on its way. You only need to ask once. It doesn't matter whether this is out loud or in your mind, because the universe interprets vibrations, not words. Okay, so here we go into the meditation. When you ask, it is on its way. Take a deep breath. Sometimes you can put your hand on the card or on your phone or on your computer screen, however you're watching this. Gently close your eyes and slow your breathing. Float inward to your heart and focus on the breath of life. Draw your awareness even deeper to experience your body heart, mind heart, and spirit heart. Glide through each, exploring the qualities each one offers. Experience the love of your body, the wisdom of your mind, and the truth of your spirit. Allow yourself to drift into the matrix of your quantum field that contains your seeds of possibilities. Every time you create a new desire, a seed is formed and begins to grow. Seeds contain entire blueprints of creation. Float with ease among your seeds and believe in your ability to create. Sense your seeds shifting, sprouting, gently growing, and sharing information with you. Bring all this wisdom back with you as you glide from your matrix and through all your hearts. Feel your spirit mind, your spirit heart, your mind heart coming together as one. within your physical body. Be present here and now. Gently begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Take a deep breath in, and when you're ready, open your eyes to new possibilities. Wow, that was so in alignment and in tune with the rest of the reading. At the beginning of the video, I started talking about planting seeds. What seeds this week have you been planting that need to grow, that need your attention? This is so powerful for helping you plant those seeds, nurture them, and seed them to life, and to accept them, and to witness them, and to believe them. So listen to this again and again. Replay the video, replay the meditation part. Do it before bed. Do it any time of day. So powerful for this week ahead. And if you want to continue with some inspired actions and journal work, allow yourself to dream about the kind of life you desire, and then write down your dream. Remember, there's nothing wrong with dreaming. There's nothing wrong with imagining and creating in our minds what might be or what could be if there was no limits. That's where reality starts, is in our mind, not with a request, not like the start of this meditation where it said it starts with a request and we keep getting more and more requests. It starts in our mind. It starts with a dream and a vision and an image. And from there, then we somehow turn it into a request and we're asking for it to come true without doing any work. So we do have to put in the action. We do have to put in the steps to raise our vibration, to believe, to create space, and to walk towards the dreams that we're trying to manifest. So allow yourself to dream about the kind of life you desire. Write it down. If anything was possible, if you weren't doing or living or being exactly as you are now, how and what would you be doing? How would you be living? Try sprouting seeds to add to your salads and cooking. They are nutritious, delicious, and full of life force. Listen to what you talk about. What seeds are you sowing for your future life? So start to take the observer position. Imagine you're listening to yourself and you're more self-aware. Are you talking about positive, happy, beneficial seeds? What are you talking about? How are your words? Are they negative or positive? Are they hopeful or pessimistic? Are you digging your own grave, or are you creating your own goal to shoot on? And then journaling. Draw or write about a vision for your future. Then fast forward 20, 30, or 40 years and draw or write about how you experienced this vision and what it felt like. This can be a very powerful exercise to help you manifest faster, to help you get into the zone of belief and quantum shifting. So you don't even have to go as far as 20, 30, or 40 years, right? Like, depending on your age, if you're in my age bracket, we might only have 40 years of life left or less. So I might actually envision 5 or 10 years from now. So I might say, here's what I envision my future to look like. And then in 5 or 10 years, when that vision has manifested, when I've achieved that goal or that dream, this is what it will feel like and look like and be like. So imagine you're dreaming it, and then imagine you're living it. So write 2 different perspectives in your journal. The first journal exercise is to write about that vision and about that dream and what you want for your life. And then the second perspective is as though you had achieved it, what it felt like, what it's like, how you feel, who's involved, places, energies, colors, people. Make it as detailed and realistic as possible. Maybe even tap into meditation to help you journal about what it's like when you've achieved it. And that is a really, really powerful way to manifest things. What a beautiful reading today. Thank you for joining me, and I wish you well on this week ahead. It looks like it's going to be a good one, but like any, not without its challenges. But now that we're prepared and now that we know what to expect, we can get in front of it. We can be proactive with our energy, with our thoughts, with our behaviors and our actions, and we can get in front of this change and this doubt that's coming in about our path ahead. Trust yourself always. And if you need help tuning in to your intuition, getting back into alignment with your soul, I do have a free 7-day workbook, a spiritual workbook to reclaim your intuition, to help you shift your perspective and your energy to get back in alignment. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Have a blessed day.